All right, let's talk about LeBron James being the NBA all-time leading scorer. He passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up, and he's the NBA all-time leading scorer. And I think it was a great moment. It just adds on to LeBron's legacy. I mean, he's accomplished. I mean, literally, he can say he's accomplished anything, everything. He's the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Four-time champion. He's got the Olympic gold medals. I mean, he's been named to 19 All-Stars. That's the most in NBA history. All NBA team 8 times, 6-time all defensive team. I mean, what else can he do? 19 years of averaging over 25 points a game. I mean, LeBron James has put, a hell of a resume. So I just want to reminisce over his, 20-year career right now. I mean, ups and downs. He came in with all the hype, and people didn't know if he could meet the expectations. I didn't know if he could meet the expectations. He's going to an organization that had never won anything, a city that was cursed, and he just really, rose to the occasion. And I mean, I think he's, you know, I mean, like I said, what else? I mean, what else can he do? What else can he do? I mean, let's talk about, let's start with the first stint in Cleveland. He came, like I said, he came in with an organization that, was been bad for years. You know, never really had no leadership and never really had no, really no eye popping, number one guy in that franchise. They always had a lot of good players, but never really had like a superstar in that organization. And he was the first. And he took it to another level. I can't lie to you. He just never could get the pieces around him, whether that's coaching wise or player wise, that kind of could get them to that level. And he was still young himself. He didn't know how to learn how to win. He really didn't have a go-to move, so he was still trying to figure the game out himself. But the expectations was, he's the best already, so he needs to be leading them to championships. And I always thought that was unfair. I didn't think that was fair to expect championships right away, especially when he didn't have the talent. They were trying to bring guys in to help him out, those last couple of years, about those 2, 3 years before he went to Miami. They were trying to bring guys in to kind of help him out, but they were French. They were either borderline all stars, kind of like a Mo Williams, or guys who were behind their prime. I remember they brought Antoine Jameson in. They brought Shaq in one year when he was at the downside of his career, and it just never worked out for him the first stint in Cleveland. But there were some great moments. He got him to a finals, and you can't take that away from him. I mean, that was a bad team. Let's be honest. I don't know how good the East was, but he did get that team to the finals. That's one thing it's a chip in the armor that he does have. He did get that team to the finals. So he had to go to Miami, and I didn't like it, but I kind of understood it. I did kind of understand it. He had to, and I respect it. I mean, he wasn't gonna get over the Celtics with that team that he had together. Nobody wanted to come to Cleveland. So I mean, he had to, go out and get some talent. And as soon as he got there, first year they get to the finals, they beat the Celtics. Even though his low moment as a professional was that 2011 matchup with the Mavericks where he came up short. That was one of the, I mean, he can't take that back too. Yeah, it is a moment that we all look back like, damn, whenever the haters want to come something with LeBron, they always gonna bring up it's 2023 now, but they always gonna bring up that moment with the Mavericks in the finals. And I mean, deservingly so. He did come up short. I'm not gonna say he choked, but it was a bad look. It was a bad look, and on a friend on a against the team. I really thought they should have handled pretty good in my opinion. But he got that monkey off his back. He came back next year, got in the gym, came back with new package, a new arsenal in his game. He finally developed a post game, and he came back and won the MVP and the championship the next year. So I mean, he went to Miami and he won 2 championships, played in 4 straight finals, went back home to Cleveland, you know, and that's the one thing you got to respect. He came back and honored his promise, got them to win a championship. To me that's still the greatest moment in LeBron James' career to me. That 2016 winning the NBA championship, beating the Golden State Warriors, winning a championship for a franchise that's been a joke, a city that's been cursed. I mean, they've had every bad thing happen to them. The Browns losing one game before the Super Bowl, the Indians losing in 7 games of the World Series, and to bring that city a championship, to me, that's still my favorite LeBron James moment. Was when he came back to Cleveland and won the championship. He also ended up going to LA, and winning the championship there. So I mean, he's pretty much seen it all in his career. They love you, they hate you, burning your jerseys. He had to act like he wanted to be a villain one time when he went to Miami. That's not who LeBron is. He doesn't want people to hate. He wants everybody to love him. So that villain role didn't work. He returned home in Cleveland and won one, and he went to LA to finish off his career, become a billionaire, and try to win more titles in LA. So I mean, I think my the scoring thing, it is up there, but like I said, my favorite moment was winning that championship for Cleveland, getting that monkey off his back. But the all-time leading scorer, I mean, that is amazing. And everybody tries to say LeBron isn't a scorer. I'll put it like this: he's the best scorer with a high basketball IQ we've ever seen. Because to me, he has the IQ of a point guard slash quarterback, where you got like a Chris Paul, a Magic Johnson, a Jason Kidd, a John Stockton, guys like Rajon Rondo, like those high basketball IQs. But he's also the scorer of a Kobe Bryant, a Michael Jordan, a Kevin Durant, or a Carmelo Anthony. So it's kind of like he has all that in one package. He has the IQ of a point guard. He can score like a two guard. He is a three, so he's playing the small forward, but he's built like Karl Malone, a power forward. So it's like putting that all in one package. I think that's unstoppable. That's why he's been so great for so long. He's bigger than everybody else. He can stay healthy, and he, adds a little luck in there too. But I mean, he's able to stay healthy. Played 20 years, averaged over 25 points for 18 straight years. So he's able to get that record, especially with the 3-point shot now. They wasn't shooting threes like that now. Now the 3-point shot is a part of the game. I mean, guys is taking 10, 15 threes a game. Some players, but actual teams is like 50 points, 40, 53-point shots a game. So, that's what was it helped him also. Like he stayed healthy, averaged over 25 for 19 straight years. The 3-point shot, LeBron gets to the free throw line when they do give him calls. So all that kind of played a role in getting him this record, because this is a tough record to beat. You gotta play a long time. You gotta average over 25 points a long time. So what he's done is amazing. I still feel like I, I want to see LeBron at least compete for a championship. I think he may have two, three, four, maybe 4 good years left. I think he can go another 4 to 5 years. If his body stays healthy. I think he wants to try to play with one of his sons. I know he's probably not going to be able to play with Bryce, but Bronny, I don't know if Bronny's one and done, so he might have to hold out a couple more years. But I want to see him compete for championships. I mean, I don't get me wrong, all these records is good, and all that, but I want to see LeBron. We used to, I mean, he played in 8 straight finals, so we used to seeing LeBron play in June. And with this Laker team now, they've made some moves. We'll talk about that a little later. They've made some moves to kind of help the team out a little bit, but I still don't see, especially in the West, this team really competing for a championship right now. And I want to see LeBron get back to playing in big games. Now, can he be that guy? I don't know if LeBron can still be that guy who can carry a team in the playoffs every game. Anthony Davis is gonna have to be the number one guy if LeBron James is gonna win another championship. He's gonna have to be the number one guy, and LeBron can't keep giving you 30 and 35 every night, especially once the playoffs start going. You're playing every other night. You're playing one team, so they can kind of get a game plan against you. He's gonna have to. Anthony Davis is gonna have to take over and be that guy for LeBron James to get back to championship contention, or bring in a guy who wants to be that number one if Anthony doesn't want to take it. But all in all, I think this is a great accomplishment. And I used to be one of those guys that like would argue you up and down. Like if somebody said LeBron James is the best ever, I can't argue it. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna look at you like you crazy. I used to look at people like they crazy. You crazy? Quit saying crazy stuff. I'm not going to even argue with you. That's your opinion, and I respect it. You know, I mean, you got a valid argument. LeBron James has a valid argument as the best player to ever play the game. I think he does. I mean, like I said, people have, what they like. They have preferences. This is what I like in an NBA player. Oh, this is what I like. Everybody has their preference. You know, you might like chicken more than steak. Blondes more than brunettes. You know, your movies. I like action. I don't care about no damn drama, no comedy, or no science fiction. I want an action movie, somebody getting their head taken off in the first 3 minutes, or I'm checking out. And that's same with ball players. You like who you like. LeBron's the total package. He can score. He can assist. He can play defense. He can get in the post. It's just, so many facets to his game. So that's what makes him one of the best to ever do it. A great accomplishment, LeBron James, the NBA all-time leading scorer.